Hey, welcome to Thoughts from the Porch. Currently, thoughts from the dining room. It's too hot out. I don't feel like dealing with it. So, in the last video, we talked about the three-act structure. Today, we're going to talk about the well-made story. Every story has to have a protagonist. Protagonist is, for lack of a better term, the hero of the story. Doesn't mean that they're always a hero. Doesn't mean they're always good. But the protagonist is defined by simply by this. They have a want. They want something. Rambo wants to go home. Dorothy wants to go home. John Wick wants to defend his dog. Revenge is a strong, strong want. Revenge is huge. And then you have to have an antagonist. So an antagonist is whoever, whatever, tries to come between the protagonist and their want, right? So, Dorothy wants to go home. The trees try to stop her. The monkeys try to stop her. The witch tries. Those are all antagonists, right? In Rambo, John Dennehy tries to stop him. He's a protagonist or antagonist. So every story is going to have, every good story, every well-made story is going to have a protagonist and an antagonist. Now, let me be clear. Well-made does not mean well-written. Two different things. Well-made means it has the necessary ingredients. It's got nothing to do with the writing. Okay. There are well-made stories that are not really great writing. Anyway. So then you have what's called the inciting action, something that starts the story. Like Dorothy, you can argue that the inciting action is when Miss Gull steals the Toto, or the inciting action is when the tornado comes. Whatever. It's something that kicks the story into gear. John Wick, it's when they hurt the dog. Never hurt the dog, man. Never hurt the dog. So you got to have an inciting action, otherwise it's day to day to day to day to day to day. Now there is a thing called slice of life, which is a different kind of storytelling, which is also equally valid, I guess. It's not my thing, although I have messed around with it. But you need the inciting action, so something kicks a story. Then you have the arc of the story, the layers of the story. Then you have the climax, the big bamboo, the field goal, if you will, whatever the payoff is, where all is revealed, and all has to be revealed. It's not clever or funny or smart to leave loose ends. It's just bad. It's just dumb. Anyway, from there you got what's called a denouement. The denouement is French for the unraveling, and that's when you explain everything. And then we go, oh yeah, oh. Mm-hmm. Without the denouement, we're left scratching our heads, and we're unsatisfied, which means we're never going to download your book again, or buy your book, or whatever. So you have the denouement, you have the conclusion, the story's done. Most important element, now this is the most important element. The main character, the protagonist, has to have changed from the page 1 to the final page. If the protagonist is the same person at the end of the story that he or she was in the beginning of the story, then the story is a waste of time. The story is, as we say in the academic arena, the story is bullshit. If the protagonist does not morph into something different, better, smarter, quicker, or at home in the bed with you were there and you were there and you were there, the metamorphosis is hugely important so that we all learn the lesson together. So that's the well-made story. It's a structure, it's an idea, it's a theory. It doesn't matter. Just write. Go write. There's never, I tell my students, the only failure for a writer is, you ready for this? The only failure for a writer? Blank page.